Must Be Monday. It's Erica Sakosha with Practical Biz Podcast and Child Care Directors Chair. We have a very special episode today. As you know, if you listen to our channel, we talk about giving back to the community so many times in our business strategies. And so today we are at Mentor RI. We are joined with Ed and LA. I'll let them say a little bit about themselves, and then we'll dig right on in. We'll start with you, LA.
Awesome. So my name is LA. I'm the Community Engagement Manager at Mentor Rhode Island, and I've been here for about a year now serving the community. My job is to recruit people, but also spread the word about what we do and get more mentors to serve the kids.
And I'm Ed. I am new to Mentor Rhode Island, on the payroll at least. I'm trainer for the Everyday Mentoring Program. I've been involved with mentoring for 12, 15 years now, whether on the board as well as being a mentor myself. Came from the corporate world, recently retired from that, and now I'm giving back, helping all the kids.
Awesome.
So, love it.
So mentorship can mean a lot of things to a lot of people. So LA, in this conversation, talk to me a little bit about what mentorship means here at Mentor.
Absolutely. So a mentor is anybody who is there in your life to be a supportive and a guiding force. So yes, that can mean an adult with a child, but it can also mean an adult mentoring another adult, an adult mentoring a college student who's an intern. As long as you are there to be sort of a listening ear and a support, you're a mentor. And I think a lot of people are mentors without even realizing it.
Yes, I think so too.
For sure.
So a few of the things that I know about studying some of the best business leaders in the country and the world, honestly, is that the best leaders use mentors and have used mentors from the start of their field and continue to use them. And then also I think the best business leaders, even locally, are mentors. And like you said, sometimes formally, sometimes informally. But I do think that anybody who gives of themselves to help someone else find their way is a mentor. So I want to talk about how businesses can help young children, youth, maybe uncover some talents or hobbies that they may be interested in. So tell me a little bit about what you guys have seen on the ground.
Absolutely. So businesses have a plethora of ways that they can help out. I think people get a little nervous if they can't be a mentor formally. They're like, I don't know how to help. But there's so many different ways to help. So you can start off just by hosting what we call a lunch and learn, which is where us, this beautiful staff of Mentor Rhode Island,
And they're super fun.
we're a good time.
Super fun.
Can come in and just talk to your staff about what mentoring means. What does the time commitment look like answer some of the logistical questions and get people in the organization set up to become a formal mentor. So that's an easy way for the business as a whole to get involved into it. On a one-on-one level, people can call me and ask me, and I'm more than happy to help you find a way to contribute. But we also help a lot of businesses start and grow their own mentoring programs within the business. So if you are looking for senior staff members to be mentoring interns or incoming staff, new people who are hired, we can help you do that. We also have a lot of trainings that are mentor related, but apply across the board to a lot of business minded things, such as growth mindset. We talk about growth mindset a lot here. It's one of our favorite things, but just the idea that you should always be in a forward motion, kind of looking at things positively, and how do you get your staff to join in on that? That helps us out because it helps us raise a little bit of money for the rest of our mentoring programs. Sure. So there are a lot of options. There are a ton of options.
Yeah, and I think too, as businesses struggle to find top talent, and last week we did an episode on that. I think that people are looking for places to work that have meaningful connections to the community. It isn't just about a paycheck anymore, although certainly a paycheck matters. I think there are just so many other aspects that people are looking for before they sign on with the company. And I think, mentorship is a great way to attract top talent. And then also retain. So when you think about why people leave, sometimes people leave because they feel like they're stagnant. And they have nothing left to give, and what else is there left for me to do? And so being a mentor within your own company, whether it's helping the new people get acclimated in a great onboarding process, or even if you're a small company and you want to reach out to the community on a bigger level, that's also a great way to
Absolutely.
have your team help you, because again, one person can't sit in all the seats, right?
No.
You've got to have a team behind you. So I think that that's really important. So as a teacher and adoptive parent, we actually asked you guys to come in. Ed was our trainer and did the everyday mentoring program. So talk a little bit about that. So those who own childcare facilities, not just businesses, but those of you who own childcare facilities, especially those who work with school age and youth populations, talk a little bit about that program.
Would you like to take that?
Sure, I'll take it. So it's designed to really just put folks in the mindset of how they are a mentor, and they may not even realize that they are mentoring kids in an informal way. So it's not only people who work with kids every single day, but people who work with kids on a semi-regular basis, people who see kids on a semi-regular basis, school bus drivers, cafeteria workers, volunteer folks who volunteer with kids, just anyone who's really dealing with the youth on a semi-regular or regular basis. They will influence a kid and they may not even realize it. So it's just putting that in their minds, training them on how to listen a little better, on how to communicate a little better, on just some of the key burdens that the kids even have that you may not even realize that kids are going through. So it's just an eye-opener, a mindset training to put that into the folks' minds and realize that what they're doing could have an impact on a kid and you don't really even know it.
Yeah. And so some of the modules, and I know you don't have the paper in front of you, but some of the modules, can you break down some of the pieces of the module in the everyday training?
Sure. So we look at burdens. I mentioned that, what type of burdens kids are dealing with and what the role of a mentor is, not to fix those burdens, but just to guide the youth through that. We talk about assumptions on how, it's can't judge a book by its cover, and take that into consideration when you're dealing with youth as well. We also, oh my God, there's so many things.
I know, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Just to give people a general idea.
Yeah.
So we did have the training session at our school as I recommended. It didn't cost us anything. And it was able to give the staff 2 hours of professional development. It also allowed the staff to kind of reflect on our current best practices and what we're doing now, and what could we do better? And I think especially now after COVID-19, children even adults, but children for 3 years have really kind of been isolated, and doing school online and all of those things. And certainly as an educator, we know that has made an impact. So this is one way to be supportive around that, is to just that next step. So those people who are higher level and reflective in their practices, this is a great program, I think, for educators to reach out to you. And the other thing I think too, young adults have so much to contribute. Like we talk about what we contribute to them. Young adults also have so much to contribute to adults, right? Especially if you're somebody who maybe doesn't have a lot of family in the area, or you're retired and you really don't have a lot to do, but you have a lot to say still. You're not ready to go in the garden quite yet. So this is a great opportunity. But I think from a business standpoint, especially for me, I feel like, well, I love business too. I love kids first and business second. But I feel like it's a great opportunity for me to get feedback from the kids. So especially in my school age program, right? Really paying attention to what they're saying, what they like, what they don't like, really helps us build a strong program. And nobody's going to tell me that the young kids didn't know TikTok was going to be a thing before the grown-ups did, right? They did. So from a business perspective, listening, especially if that is your market, really being entrenched in their culture and what's going on around them makes you be more in tune to what their needs are, And so I think that is a great opportunity. So do you have anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think exactly what you said. The kids know a lot, and sometimes we don't always give them the credit for what they know. And so I've learned a lot. I mentor a 7-year-old little boy, but I also mentor a group of teenagers. Very different perspectives that I get from the both of them, but I do find myself constantly learning. And I think businesses across the board, when you're looking for new talent, when you're looking for new people, sometimes you'll find a kid in high school, junior, senior year, who's ready to be an entrepreneur when they graduate, right? They're looking for a mentor. And if you're able to guide them on that path, that's a pretty cool thing to be involved in.
Yeah.
Not only as a business person, but just as a human to watch people grow. So absolutely.
Yeah, and I think too, wouldn't it be cool for your company to have young talent vying to get into your business, like Google? I mean, how they line up around the block to do an internship and work for free at Google,
That's
right?
a great example.
Wouldn't you love that to be your business, right? What cool, innovative things are you doing to draw in those next leaders, right? So, and the end of the year is coming up, so we last Monday met with Mr. Ritchie at Anthony Ritchie CPA's office, and it's the end of the year. So if you can't mentor, you also can donate, right?
Yes.
So donations are tax deductible. So if you don't have a lot of time, right? If you don't have a lot of time, that is another way that your business can support the organization and support the youth in your community. So I would say, donations.
Yeah.
So I know large organizations, many that you work with already in Rhode Island, are doing this throughout their organization. But you have a corporate mentoring challenge.
Yes.
So tell us about that.
Awesome. So I am very, very excited about this. This is launching around October 31st of this year and will end in February 2023. But it is, if you're someone who's like, I want to get involved, I have no idea how to get involved, this is the thing for you, because it is a really direct, really clear series of actionable steps that your business can take to become involved in mentoring, in what we call expanding the mentoring movement. And we, of course, know, you're putting a lot of time and effort into us if you're doing this challenge, so we want to return that to you. So depending on which actionable steps you take, which include liking, sharing, tweeting out our posts, hosting a recruitment event, sponsoring some of our fundraising events, making donations, you can accrue a number of points that will then translate into some recognition. So, of course, we have our own social medias we'll be recognizing businesses on, but if you achieve the highest number of points, there is a National Mentoring Honor corporate role. And that is recognized by the White House, so it's a real big deal. A lot of people see it, and your name will be submitted to join that corporate honor roll with the White House. So there's a lot of really exciting aspects to it. Not only do you get to help out, but you get a ton of exposure.
Free press, you don't say.
We love free press. We love free press. And even if you don't get to the point, maybe you're super busy, we understand businesses do business. You might not be able to reach that highest tier of points.
Well, you can if you have a young mentor who's really good on social media.
There it is.
Just saying.
Just a thought.
Just saying. I don't know anybody better at Twitter and tweets than 18-year-olds.
Amen to that. Amen to that. But we also have, we have a number of really exciting fundraisers that we do. One of those is called Dancing with the Stars of Mentoring. We usually have about 600 attendees on average, if not more than that. But if you participate in this challenge, you accrue a certain number of points. You'll also be recognized at that event, which is 600 people for free that are going to see your name, your business, your logo. I mean, it's a win-win. It's a win-win.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
So, if anything, this episode definitely gives people an opportunity to figure out how to connect with their local community. Certainly a plethora of opportunities for advertising and engaging and showing your company in its best light, and then finding great talent, especially for those who are socially conscious about where they work and what your brand stands for. So as a business coach, I feel like I look at it almost the same as a mentor. So here are the things I think that are probably the top benefits. First of all, you can ask questions and get advice, right? So I would say that is a reciprocal relationship, right?
For sure.
So I'm going to mentor you.
Yes, you are.
And then you're going to give me feedback on how I do in my job, right? Also, I think it helps you gain different perspectives, right? Because it's very easy as a business owner to get very tunnel visioned. And there's a difference between focus and tunnel vision. So let's make that clear. Also, I think you can improve different key skills. So you may not be really great at doing things like podcasts, right?
Right.
But getting out into the community,
Learning
it
new
gives
stuff.
you an opportunity to try different things that might be a little outside of your comfort zone. And I don't know any growth that happens without getting outside of your comfort zone. Not meaningful growth anyway. I think too, also being able to vent to someone that you trust, because there are some things that you can't say to your employees that you can say to your business coach, or there might be some things that you really wouldn't say to your mom or your dad, but you might say to a mentor,
Absolutely.
right? You gave me an example. So some of those things I think are things that just to me immediately came to my mind. Also, what a great way to support and have expand on your network. Right?
Yes.
So, if you're a business owner and you come to Mentor RI or Mentor any state, because this is a national brand. So I do want to say that. I know we have listeners in Massachusetts, Connecticut, Germany. I love you, Germany. I literally have this listener from Germany. I love them. They literally every Monday they turn in and tune on, and I love them for that. But this is national, so this isn't just specific for a state.
Yeah.
So definitely people can reach out and get new leads and new people to work with. And then I think also long-lasting relationships. And I can just think in my experience, I have been a educator, child care provider for 23 years. I have staff who were my students who now work for me. I have parents who I had as children who now bring their children to me. So there are some real honest, amazing relationships that you can build through just working with people and collaborating together. And I think too, also, when you mentor somebody, you give them confidence to make decisions that maybe they might have not made without your help, or sometimes a gentle nudge like, hey, go finish your GED, And again, overall, just gives you a chance to give back. So those are kind of the things I think of as a business coach, my perspective on how mentorship and coaching are very hand in hand. And it just depends on the capacity in which you are. So if you're a business owner, great. We gave you many examples on how you can get connected. If you are a kid and you need a mentor, how do they do that? How do they reach out?
Same thing here. Whether you're an adult or a kid, if you're looking for a mentor, if you're looking to be a mentor, you can give us a call. Our number here is 401-732-7700. But we also have a wonderful website, which is www.mentorri.org. You can fill in an inquiry form, and I will actually be the person to call out within 24 to 48 hours and just check in, see what your need is. We have a network of over 50 programs right now that are running some kind of mentoring service. So no matter what community you're looking to be in, we can absolutely find the right fit for both an adult mentor or a kid who wants to be a mentee.
Awesome. Ed, do you have anything you want to add?
No, I do. Well, you mentioned that this everyday mentoring is free. It's free until June of 2023. So that's due to a federal grant that we received through Senator Whitehouse's office. And that's really, and you can do the same thing through our website.
And your goal is to train how many people?
1,100 folks.
1,100 folks, and where are you at now? Do you know?
400.
Okay, so all my friends that own child care centers, especially those that are in school age and youth, I'm talking you, Laura, over at Ocean State, and all the rest of you, Boys and Girls Club, YMCA, give these folks a call. They really, they're really ready to help you out. We know that kids are struggling as educators, and this is a great program, and what a great way to get your staff together. We're all kind of like a little over the online training. At least I know I am. I love people. I love to get together with my team. Not a better way to build camaraderie and teamwork than having a workshop together after hours, and being able just really to get together. So that's it for Practical Biz Podcast and Child Care Director's Chair. We thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great day. Bye.